This is Randy Rosetta with HubCityPreps.com with the video edition of the Tiger Tracks podcast sponsored by Southwest Bank. We're talking to Hayden Wilson and Randon Covarrubio. We'll look a little bit back at Permian, but we're going to look ahead at what's ahead of you guys because there's a lot ahead of you guys. Permian game was, I thought, was a little weird. It looked like you guys kind of had control on both sides of the ball in the first half, did a lot of good things. Offense, they kind of made you work a little bit on offense in the first half. And then the second half, Permian just kind of came out and took control of that. Sometimes, Hayden, you play football games, you play any kind of sports, sometimes the other team's just a little bit better. And you have to figure out ways to try to keep up with them. It looked like they adjusted well. What did you take away from that second half about what you guys now need to move forward with?
I think that we just need to make better adjustments in the second half. The first half we kind of controlled the game well. In the second half they came out, they adjusted their defense, and we didn't really respond very well to those adjustments. So I think that's something we need to work on better.
And it wasn't huge adjustments you had that have to be made. I think there were 3 or 4 fourth and ones.
Yeah.
Where if you get 4 more inches, stay on the field a little bit more. There were a few drops, which I know Coach was actually surprised at how many, because you guys usually just don't drop passes.
Yeah.
In big games, sometimes stuff happens. Defensively, you guys held your own for the most part. They ran the ball a little bit better in the second half. Same thing for you. What did you take away from how they kind of took control in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, them losing their quarterback, it really sparked us up, but I think it sparked us too much for us to start not taking them, not serious, but kind of just laying off the gas. I think that's what really got us. We didn't expect that quarterback to throw the ball. We expected him to run it to 18, but, they threw the ball. So
they caught a spark off of it a little bit, especially when he hit the long touchdown. And Coach made a good point. You guys get ready for a certain way that they're going to do things, and he came in and was a little bit different, and that can kind of throw you off. Like I said, we're not going to focus on that. That one is in the past because this is really different than you guys have had to go into the final game with before, because you're in the playoffs, but you still have something big to play for. And Hayden, you're one of the senior guys who's been here. You were there a few years ago when you guys went to St. Angelo and had to win to get in. Last year, obviously, you didn't have to do that. But what is the vibe kind of with this team? First practice today, but what is kind of the mindset with you guys knowing you got to go on the road, you can accomplish something with a win, but you're in the playoffs?
Well, at this point we're playing for seeding, so we know we just got to win to play at home, not have to travel to El Paso. So it's also just can say we can beat San Angelo and finish this season out strong until the playoffs. So I think that'll help us also get in round 1 with a good mindset.
Yeah, Randon, there's a little bit of pride involved too, and I know you're going to go to the playoffs regardless of what the win-loss record is, but 5-5 to me looks a little bit different than going in with a losing record and having to figure out what to do there.
Yeah.
You guys, especially with this team that accomplished so much last year and has over the years, going down there and getting a win, how big would that be for you guys?
I think either way, no matter what the circumstances are, we're there just to go do what we do, go to war. And I think having this win under our belt will really get us ready for our playoffs.
And I'm trying to think, you guys haven't played poorly. I'm trying to think of any game this year. You really haven't played bad in a game. It's just you've missed a few things here and there that have not kind of connected. You still feel like this team has its best games ahead of it, Hayden?
I do, yes, sir.
What do you have to do to get to that point?
Well, we can't make dumb mistakes in games. There's a handful of mistakes that from past games we can say that shouldn't have happened there, that shouldn't have happened there. We need to clean those up. The onsides against Legacy, little things like that make a big difference in those games.
And offensively, you guys you've had 2 games now, life after Chase, played a team you should have beaten, and you did. Played a really good team without him to kind of figure out, I think Coach's quote was, we know who we need to be now. Yeah. Is that kind of the philosophy on offense now? You kind of know who you are and you kind of know what to do to move forward?
Yes, sir. I feel like everybody knows what their role is, and just I guess having some games after Chase on our belt will help for the playoffs, help against San Angelo. So, yeah, we're ready.
Because it looks like Quaid has adjusted really well, and I talked to Graham last week about all you guys he got here with all you guys at the same time, so there's that learning curve has not been that different for the rest of you.
Yeah.
Defensively, I'll kind of go back. Maybe the first game, Byron Nelson may have gotten you guys a little bit, but you guys have kind of held your own and done a lot of good things. But what do you have to do to take another step this week to get ready for the playoffs?
I think we just got to be more, just more together. Everybody's kind of, during that Permian game, we think everybody was trying to do, just doing their own thing. So I think now we're just going to just, do your job and we'll be just fine.
I think teams have kind of figured out how they can attack you a little bit because you guys are good at some different things than you've been in the past. And to Permian's credit, those receivers were pretty dang good the other night. I don't know how many balls even hit the ground. They were making plays. I talked to a guy that covers them. They don't normally make. So knowing that you brought the best out in them and you still were right there, is the confidence level still where it needs to be right now?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we knew these guys were pretty good, especially those outsides, but I think just how we know how we're good, we'll be fine.
Well, with all due credit, San Angelo, and it sounds like they're improved maybe a little bit, but what are some keys for you guys, Hayden, that you have to take on the road with you and make sure that you mark off your list to get the win?
Well, one thing that we got from the last game is to be able to just sustain drives, not get stopped on fourth down, no mistakes. Obviously, the drop balls cost us a lot, so we just really got to hit those key little details.
You're the one receiver, I guess, who's kind of played under the bright lights the longest and the most. You give your other receiving teammates, especially, is there something you can say to them to kind of get them more comfortable or to chase away the nerves, or is it just they have to keep doing it?
I think they're ready. I mean, Peyton Archibald's a freshman, and he looks like he's a senior. He plays like he's a senior. So I don't really even have to get onto him that much, but if I do, I'll get onto him and they'll fix it.
Sometimes that ball coming at you when there's a lot more people in the stands is a little bit different than a JV or a freshman game.
Yeah.
Defensively, what are some things you have to do well against San Angelo? Because they have moved the ball. They put up some points this year.
Yeah, they got some pretty good outsides. I think we just got to be more of a secondary good team. I think we are. They also have a pretty good running back, number 21. He's pretty good. It's just something we see, going against our guys. We see their formations, their quads. We see it every week.
I know they've got a different quarterback. They had the big dude, the basketball player that was really good the last couple of years. How have they changed offensively? Or are they pretty much the same as they have been?
I say they really improved, honestly. They kind of shift the ball everywhere. Everybody gets a chance to get the ball. And I think it's like going against each other.
I mentioned that you guys have something to play for. That's a little bit different for them, too, playing you guys. They're in the playoffs, so they have something kind of in front of them as well. Does that help you guys, do you think, that they're going to be kind of locked in and focused in on trying to do something as well?
Yeah, I think it'll get our guys ready enough for the game, knowing that we both have something to play for. We're basically both in the same spot, so it's just basically whoever wants it more.
One thing and when I talk to Coach, I guarantee he's going to say this, that this program has been really good for the last several years of flushing what happened, coming back Monday, being ready to go. Did you see that this morning, Randon?
Yeah, for sure, especially our defense. It was a really rough one for us on Friday, but everybody woke up early, 7 o'clock Monday. Everybody just got after it.
And Coach Ribb was in a happy mood?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. When you get to be our age, when you just get to wake up in the morning, that's a pretty good first step. So. Yeah. And on that philosophical note, that's going to wrap us up in the Tiger Tracks podcast, sponsored by Southwest Bank.